Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And today, back into Decisive Campaigns Ardennes Offensive. This is a fantastic game. I don't get paid to say that. I wish I did, but really enjoying this one. We are now in round two, and what does that mean? Well, each day there are four rounds: the morning, the day, the afternoon, and the evening. And so we're during high noon. It is 1200 hours on the Western Front, 16 December 44. We have now started to move back down. I like to move north to south, just makes sense to me. That way I don't leave anything out or forget anything. Um, and we had moved here through 74th Corps. Now, 74th Corps only has 89th Division in it, but I did, when I was looking over the map, I said we may as well move 74th Corps up here a little bit and get more of everything else in command range. Now, your divisional command range is really going to matter out here for your regiments, but keep the Corps moving forward. You do have Corps artillery back here, I think. No, yeah, that goes directly back to the Corps. This goes to the division, the 189th. Well, it's the 89th division, I should say. And this also goes back to the division. We're probably going to want to move our arty up the next round in the afternoon, although that may be something we want to do at night. I've only played the intro scenario, and so, the night moves, all deference to Bob Seger. Not sure, exactly when maybe we should be resting or moving things around like artillery in the back, but we'll figure it out. Um, so I wanted to move this Corps headquarters up here. Now, as you can see, the Corps and the divisional headquarters is here, along with some regimental artillery. If we look back here, nothing to move there, and so we're going to move into our next Corps, and we'll get down here and find it. And that is going to be 67th Corps, and you can see it right here. Now, I've got that a little bit further north than you would suspect, considering it commands this division here, the 326th. I believe it also, nope, the 277th. Oh, duh. Okay. It actually commands the 272nd right here. I already said that. This corps only has the one division. This corps has this division, the 272nd, and the 326th. Okay, let's just make sure we don't want to play a card here. And how do we do that? We go to the officer, gamble, visit headquarters, and supercharge the offensive. I don't think we're quite to that point yet. I'm being a little judicious with these cards because it's my first time through. I don't want to do something silly, use up all of our points, and then later on say, gosh, I wish I had another card. Uh, and so I'm going to be a little cautious with it. Now, if we look back to the back, I can see some artillery back here. Who are they connected to? Or I shouldn't say that. Second SS Panzer Corps is here, and another part of Second SS Panzer Corps. And so there is the headquarters for Second SS Panzer Corps, and we'll want to get that moving up. Now we've got First SS down this ways, like this is that's part of 12th SS Division, which is part of 1st. So we haven't seen the other parts of 2nd SS yet. Oh, but I'm sure we will. But let's get the headquarters moving forward. Now, we're always worried about potential air strikes from the Allies. We got them on a very limited scale. Of course, the Americans are going to have overwhelming air power here. And so we've got to try to keep these headquarters, artillery, things like that in towns, just so they're not, wide open to some kind of air power. I'm going to actually move this. I'm not sure where we're going to go with second. We can't get it into that little town or that little town. Why don't we go to this little town? Now we got it in move mode, and now I'm going to take it out of move mode just in case it does get bombed. And then we'll put this artillery also in move mode, and we'll just move this up to, how about this town? Okay, and then we'll take it out of that. Now, what is that? That's march mode, and you can see the mode of transportation. When you have it in marched, it moves faster. It also takes more damage if it gets hit, and this is tracked, all right? And you could look at the rule book and see exactly what advantages. Now, you can see if we just regularly moved in combat mode, what's called combat mode, and you can see their unit is currently in combat mode. It could only get to here. But if we put it on the track, now you do pay an upfront cost there. Um, but then next time you don't have to pay that cost and it can go quite a bit further. But for this time, I'm just going to make sure they're in town. So we've moved that up. I don't believe there's anything else on the map back here. I've been very concerned about that because, like I said, I mean, it's my first time through the game. Now, we had already kind of positioned here the 272nd. So we had already started 67th Corps. Um, Moving them a little bit here, you can see some armor, and let's see what all we have stacked up here. We've got this battalion here that's part of the 982nd Volksgrenadier Regiment. Every regiment in this game is broken into three parts for the most part on the German side. You have two infantry battalions and an artillery battalion, and you can see 982nd, 982nd, 982nd. We've also got an engineering corps in or a brigade in here. Um, that generally the engineering is going to go straight back to the divisional headquarters for its command, and of course it does here. And then 683rd is actually a corps element. It goes directly back here to this corps, and it's one of the reasons I wanted to have the corps up here to give it full command support there, right? Okay, well, now we're down into the 326th. I'll go back here, make absolutely sure we're not leaving anything behind. We have these Sicherung regiments. They're kind of stationary, at least for now. They're kind of more defensive garrison type items. We have this Stug that is part of the Corps. I am actually going to go ahead and move that up. That is going to go to march mode, and that will put it on tracks. So it is now tracked. How far up here can we get? Well, we can't get much further than this artillery. If we went south, okay, well, I want to keep it up here with the Corps, which is what its command is. And so I believe we'll just put it right there. Let's look at the hex stats. That's in Vidal. Okay, and we'll take it off the track. Can't really move much further there, tracked or marched, but I like to put them on the track. Let's do that. Okay, looking back here, nothing else to grab that I see except this artillery. Now this is also core artillery. We could get it moving up here. You can see the elevations here. Sometimes they're a little hard to see. I've been complaining about, but you can see them here. We could move it up here. We could put it on the tracks, try to get it into this town. Let's just do that. Can it go any further? Nope, of course. It can't go any further this time. It's really for multi-moves, okay? So I'm going to stop doing that. Yes, okay. This is all part of the learning process. We've got Nebelwerfers back here, but we'll deal with those in a second. Those do go back to our core, 67th Corps. So really, they're a little bit south here because this is all part of 1st Panzer Corps. So we'll have to get back and mess with that. All right, let's get up here into the 326th Division. As you can see, you also have a Fusilier battalion pretty much in each division. You have one or two of them. Let's see, do we have another one? You can see the Panzerjäger that goes straight back to the division. Then you can see the regiments. You usually have an anti-tank in here that goes straight back. I'm not seeing any other Fusiliers. I usually like to fire the arty first, but in this case, we don't have great recon right now. And so I'm going to go here, go to his officer, and play another recon card. Let's play the card. And we're going to play it on this furthest north unit because we don't really know kind of what's out in this area. So let's play that card on the Fusilier Battalion and see if we uncover anything else or get more information about these units. And we didn't really. And I'm going to have this Fusilier Battalion start trying to move up the road this way and get out and around. I think we'll take a whole regiment. Okay, we took some intercept fire. Now, what is that? Well, it's a nice addition to this game, which is when you move, you may get shot at. And indeed, we lose 10 infantry here. 14 M7 priests fired on us. Now, that could have come from, here where he's got armor. Oh, no, actually, we see exactly where it came from right here. So those priests fired on us. Now we're going to get down here on this road. We could always take more intercept fire, so we got to be careful. Now we could cut across this rail here and over to the road, or we could block right here. I'm going to wait a second. Okay, so those are the Fusiliers. Now we have the 751st. Let's get them moving in the same direction up into the north here. Um, so now we're going to have a full regiment. 751st, 751st, and the 751st Artillery is right back here. We could move up this way. But I think this unit I'm going to bring down here through the mud and the muck and get up here on this road. We also cut this rail coming down here. And now I think, ooh, we could just jump over here, but he's got cavalry and armor here. I could just stay here on the road, or I could scoot up one and pressure him a little bit. I think I'm going to stay right there. I kind of like that with the Fusiliers. All right, now here's another bit of the 751st, and these guys we're going to try to cross over this way and go right here. So we go into a fortification. We take no defensive fire there. Now we could go directly there. We're almost certain to take intercept fire that way, I would imagine. Well, you only live once. Nope, we didn't take any. Nice. Okay. Well, this unit right here is just a roadblock. So the Americans have thrown up a roadblock. You can see it's got a very low combat value. I can't remember exactly how many men is in a roadblock. We've seen this before. I just can't remember off the top of my head. It's not many. It's like 20 or something. Well, let's just. Oh, duh, it's right there. 20 engineers, 20 rear area, 5 bazookas, and they do have anti-tank. Okay, so that's good to know. Okay, here's some divisional artillery. You can see it goes straight back to the division for its command. Now, do we want to start softening up this infantry? We've talked about this before. You want to hit infantry that is not in good cover. So if we look at the hex here, light forest. He is not in a town. He's not in heavy forest. These guys are in the plains. We don't know what this is, but it's in a town. And then armor is not particularly susceptible, although divisional artillery does have big enough guns. It's got let's see, the 152, 122, and the 105. So it can take out some armor. Don't get me wrong here. You don't want to always just preclude hitting the armor. But in this case, we've got some infantry here that I think we could really start to tear up maybe a little bit. And I think I want to go after. So that's plains. That's light forest. This is on a road. This is on a road as well, I guess. Um, let's go after this unit right here. It's what we've got the most, kind of around, let's put it that way, and just start trying to chip away at that infantry. 30 GI veterans, 6 trucks, 1 on the mortar, 1 on the AT guns. That works, okay? So that divisional artillery has fired, and then we've got the regimental artillery. Now his regiment's gotten up and around here, and we may want to put him, let's say up on this kind of rise on the road. I think actually I will do that. So he moves back here because of the elevation. The Americans can't really get a decent beat on him. He's going to move around here. He still has a fire left to go, and I'm going to actually go ahead and fire back here anyway and see if we can take out a little bit more. You definitely want to be hitting infantry with your regimental artillery because it's mainly mortars, and so we're looking, it's more small mortars, so we'd be looking to hit more infantry there. What else do we have under covers here? Panzerjägers and engineers. Now the Americans may blow a bridge, so it's good to have the engineers around here. These guys, though, so that's 326. Those are divisional assets. We've got the 753rd here. And I think the 753rd, I want to get up, trying to angle everything a little bit north. We've talked about this before, but I'd really like to see these 2 divisions of the 67th Corps actually push on Rotkin and go further north than certainly historically the Germans did as they tried to push almost directly straight west. Okay, can I get right there? Well, I think I can. But the question is, how do we go about that? Um, let's go here. We take some intercept. Oh, we lost 30 Volksgrenadiers, a little bit higher than I would have liked there. And we get stopped in our tracks a little bit because that will then, hurts your movement points. I think I'm going to take these engineers then and put them here. We take no intercept fire there, and now we've got the Panzerjägers along with this infantry here of the 753rd. If we look back here, here's their artillery. Let's hit this unit. Now they can fire back at us. That's why we saw odds. And they did take out 320 millimeter guns. Wow. Big loss for us there. 20 GI veterans, 20 greens, one truck. That was not a good trade-off for us. I didn't like that one, but they decided to fire back on us, and it certainly worked. We've got anti-tank here, and we got the other part of the 753rd. Those guys, I don't believe we're probably going to move. Let's see what an attack would look like here. If we threw in everything we could, not good odds. So we're just going to kind of sit right here, almost like a blocking force, because ultimately, what we're trying to accomplish is really, is up this way. And so, we just need to make sure this stays in contact. But we blocked the road, we've come over the rail. Did not like losing those guns. But we're going to go ahead and fire with the 752nd. Now it's showing us 5-to-1 odds. We should do a little bit better. Let's hope we don't lose any more guns here. We do lose one of the 120 millimeters. Okay, we take out 30 American troops. That's a little more of a fair trade, I would say. We've got infantry anti-tank here. We've got infantry anti-tank there. You can see the tank unit. Here we've just got infantry as part of the 752nd. This group, I'd like to maybe take up and around, but actually maybe I think I'll leave them right there. Yeah, let's leave them there because I'm going to bring this part of the 752nd and start advancing out this way if we can. So let's go down into this valley. Okay, one more. And now let's get up into Alzen, although let's make sure. Okay, we would know if there was a unit there. So let's go there. We take no intercept fire, and now we've kind of cupped these guys a little bit. I like that. Let's go back, make sure we've got nothing else to move back here. I don't see anything. We've already moved the artillery. There's nothing all the way back to the end of the map. And so now I think we've moved 67th Corps. I am going to keep 67th Corps right here. We didn't use, well, we did use the recon card. We haven't used any core or above cards, none of the army cards, core cards, none of the general cards. Now, in the general cards, we could go get, I said I really want to go get this 11th Panzer Division at some point. The 25th Panzer Grenadier Division also, the more manpower we can get, the better. I think that goes without saying. Um, some of these, I mean, we will play a grief team this turn. It's only 1 point. We're up to 36 right now. In the rear area, this is not something we had to really do in our introductory episode, so we're going to really have to look over each one of these, figure out where we want to put, new bridges, new supply, etc. Air support, I would like to run some air recon, but it's just a matter of when. We'll get back to that. And then you see the big depots that we'll have to decide where we want to play. And we'll talk a lot more about depots and supply as we go on. But now you can see the north. We've started to try to push through kind of the middle of the very north here, trying to get out and around the Americans a little bit, cut their rail, things like that, cut their ability to get supply here. I mean, it's not like we've got them vastly outnumbered up here in the north. The north is more of a holding pattern, or should be probably, certainly was historically. We'll see. We'll see how much further we, want to keep pushing out here because we're taking a little bit of a chance, right? This artillery we need to hit at some point. As a matter of fact, ranged, what could we hit? Well, we could hit it with some mortar fire here from the 751st, but you can see they can fire back at us, so let's not do that. Okay, now we're down into the 277th, and if we look at the 277th, it is part of, oh, I'm sorry, that's the Panzerjäger unit. Where's your command? It's right there. That's part of 1st SS Panzer Corps. All right, so now we're dealing with a new corps. Now, the only thing to think about, I think, otherwise here are these Nebelwerfers. Do we want to fire them off? Do we want to try to really take this out? I think we do, right? What are they in? That's a town. Those are the plains. These are fields. I think we try to push right over this because if we bust this up, whatever we're doing in the north, we can come down these roads, Kalterberg here. We could get to a main road potentially. So I'm going to leave these Nebelwerfers here, and then we'll follow up their core later. Um, they're a little bit out of full command range or headquarter power. We're only at 75%. Why is that? Well, if we do the core, you can see the green that's 100%, yellow is only 75%, but I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Now, these Nebelwerfers don't always have massive range. We may have to move one or two of them forward, but what do we want to hit first? Let's look at this again. Fields, plains. Okay, well, I don't think there's much of a difference between that. Um, let's go. Got him a little surrounded. This, we've already hit this a little bit, part of the 305th. Uh, yeah, let's loose here. All right, and off we go. Boom, these Nebelwerfers. We've got 33 of these Nebelwerfer 150s. Look at this damage. 2 bazookas, 2 trucks, 30 GI greens, and a lot of other GMC trucks. Got that down to a 55. I think if we can crumble this, um, we can maybe really get moving here. There's just that one anti-tank unit and one other infantry. This time, we take out mortars of his, 2 bazookas. We take out 40 total of the GIs and 4 trucks. And then this Nebelwerfer is going to have to move forward one. Then it can fire. And let's hit that same unit. And man, we're ripping that up now. 16 more Nebelwerfers. These of the 210 variety, and we take out 30 more GIs, more. The whole American Army is going to run out of trucks at some point. That's one thing the Americans could really crank out, though. They've got a lot of trucks, so maybe not. I'm going to hold on to the 12th SS artillery. Now, 12th SS is down here. That's its command. We could certainly here fire up here, but I'm going to wait and see how this plays out before we do that. Okay, let's get the regimental artillery opened up here. You can see odds of 8 to 1, so they've got something that could fire back on us. But we get no return fire there. We take out 2 more trucks and 1 mortar. Okay. So there were the Nebelwerfers. Now then, 289th. This is the divisional artillery, generally stronger. I'm actually going to try to hit this anti-tank with the divisional and see what we can take out. It's better against, harder targets, and we do take out an AT gun. Now, this will tell us exactly what he's got left. 40 rear area troops, 6 bazookas, 9 AT guns. So it's, you know, not a terrible unit there. We've got to watch out for that. Um, as we move down here, just looking for Artie, more Artie. Let's go ahead. Is this in, that's in heavy forest. We may just try to move around that. Now this, the 277th, can go ahead and fire all the way up here. It is divisional artillery. Let's go ahead and try to hit that again. You can see we just start racking up the American losses here. 260 millimeter mortars, 1 bazooka, 40 GIs, and 5 trucks as we hit that yet again. And you can see its combat power start to go down, and you're seeing its readiness go down as we hit it over and over and over. This is regimental artillery. Um, we could get out to this guy. We haven't hit this yet. He's in the open spaces too. Let's go ahead and hit that with regimental artillery. We lose nothing. They lose 10 GIs. All right, just a little pinprick there. Not doing a whole lot. That artillery done. And then we've got the 277th here. Uh, so this is the Fusiliers, I believe. Yeah, because that goes directly back to the division. Okay, let's get to moving then. I think the 990th Regiment out here, we want to try to get this moving as far around here as we can. We've got other troops back here. Oh, okay. We just uncovered this. We did not know that was there before. Now, he would have a height advantage on us if we went this way, but I think what I'm going to try to do here is connect the dots here. So the 990th is going to come to this plateau, and now we start to encircle here. Now you may say, no, we don't. He can come straight out this way. Well, we've got more units. So the Fusilier, no, that's the 990th Regiment. My bad. This is another part of that regiment that we can get moving this way. Maybe move it to this fort right here. They may take some intercept fire here. None, none. Okay, we've really worked this down. Now, if we went to do an attack there, 1 to 2 odds, but why attack if we can get all the way around him and surround him, right? So 990th, you can see that was the artillery that we fired there. We've got Panzerjäger here. We've got engineers there. We could, I think the engineers, what I'll do here, move them there and move them here. Okay, they take no intercept fire there. All right, and so next, oh wow, there's a whole nother American unit there that we just uncovered by getting the recon here. Very lucky we didn't step into a booby trap there, but okay, surviving. Now we're down into the 289th Regiment. One part of that is here. Let's look at this. We've also got, what, Fusiliers down here? Awesome. I think these Fusiliers we can take down the road. Again, I'm vectoring north, and that's for a reason. Let's get all the way out and around these American troops if we can. Look, if they want to come up this direction, I don't think there's much joy for them up there. The 289th, now they've got just units everywhere here. We got to be careful. Let's go here and here. Oh, booby trap. Okay, we took 10 losses there. So he does have another unit there. I should have checked the recon. We lose 10 men because of that. But okay. I mean, I was going to try to move through here no matter what, even if I would have not, even if I would have known we didn't have great recon on that hex. I was going to try to move through here. So we did. 289th, 277th, 991st is down here. I think I want to move these Fusiliers to, let's say, there. Okay, and I just don't want to leave too big of a gap here because I'm going to move this part of 289th to, I could move them there. Now, never forget your commanders here are not helpless. But now we've got him blocked this way. He can get out on this road. There was just no way for us to get all the way around him. We didn't necessarily know that, but that is the case. I do have this 991st, this part of 991 here. 289, this is his guy. There's their arty. I think I kind of want to move over here, but I think I'll go right here actually. And then we've got the headquarters there. The 991st can sit here with its artillery. The 277th, that's its artillery. We do have a Panzerjäger group here. Let's just go anti-tank to anti-tank there potentially. What does this attack look like? 1 to 2. Well, I don't like that. Okay. All right, I think that may be it for the 277th. We could also play a recon card out here, and maybe I should have right from the start. Let's do that. I just keep playing these recon cards because the more information we get, the better. I'm going to save our big recon. So we do uncover this unit. Now, as you can see, I mean, he does have a path here, but a path to what exactly? There's no really good place for him to go. Now, I could back this infantry up one. Excuse me. Hold on. Gonna have to grab a drink. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. All right, back with you. Sorry about that. A lot of talking. I had to I had to get a drink finally. Um, okay. I think we're gonna play a general card right now. Let's go to air sport. And let's go to air recon. Now it's going to be reduced because it's overcast weather. It's the same reason the Americans couldn't hit us with full air power during round one. But I'm going to play this card and I'm going to put it right here on Bulge. This is our target, right? As we get down here into first SS Corps, we're going to get these tanks rolling, the motorized rolling straight to try to take this supply depot. Now, we're a little north, I may want to keep it to see what's out here, but really I think this is my mission number one so far is to get to that supply source. Now, we've seen another one a little further south, but we'll get to that. Maybe we'll play the card in the afternoon for air recon, but let's play the card there. And you see, due to weather, only 3 of the 10 aircraft managed to participate. Okay, well, it's better than nothing. We get 60 recon points on 37 hexes. So let's go out and see what that accomplished. Okay, what's our recon on this? All right, we're showing nothing's in town there at Bullingen. Alrighty, let's go ahead then, and we need to play the grief card. So if we go to combat units, this grief team, what are they? Well, they're Germans that put on American uniforms to sow discord, and we're going to play that, and I'm going to play it right in Bullingen. And let's just see if there's actually anything there. If there's not, I think we're within 10 hexes. Yeah, let's play it right there. Play the card. Mission has been launched. Okay. Yeah. Well, we took their supply source with an infiltration team. I like that. I love, I know some people don't like cards, but it's really just like orders, right? It's like you've got a certain number of orders you can play, and it's just kept track of with these political points and it's put on cards, but really you're just giving different orders. All right, we've moved the artillery. We've moved second SS. We've got this artillery for second SS as we start to get, now we've moved all of this division, the 277th, then we've got the 12th division. Now 12th division is really just going to be looking to pin as much as we can. This artillery may want to get moving forward. Let's actually move this up here into this town. And we still have a fire, right? Now this infantry, which we'd usually like to hit, it's in light forest, heavy force. So yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's going to be this. Now this is divisional artillery. Yeah. Okay, so this is divisional artillery. We may want to hit something a little harder, like anti-aircraft, but I don't think so. I think we're going to hit right there. Let's go ahead and do that. See if we get any success, and we really didn't. Hummels and Vespies back here. Oh, this is more of a gun type instead of straight up. Well, I mean, all artillery is guns, don't get me wrong, but the Vespi and Hummel, a little bit different. Okay, well, we caused no damage. We took their readiness down a little bit, but I don't even think I was going to attack there anyway. What I think I'm going to do is move down into this fortification right across the river. You can see the Americans have blown the bridge, and so we're going to have to go about, and if we go to the unit, you can see repair. Well, we can't repair it with him sitting right there. Um, but we'll get there. We'll get there. But they've blown the bridge here. That's fine. That's not the bridge I'm going to try to get across anyway. So let's then take this American unit. We should have, some decent recon out here. What does this look like on this hex? 54 to 44. Well, we're not going to really know what's here. What do we have here? 51 and 44. Neither one of them's too great. So this is the 48th Regiment. Where's the rest of it? There it is. Okay, 48th Regiment. Not even sure I want to move that far with this regiment. I want to block because what I'm really worried about is 12th SS getting the heck down this road, right? Um, why don't we leave 12th here for a second? Because again, they're going to be more of a pinning type force here. And let's start moving 12th SS and really get this sucker going. So we've got a comp group here. It's got 350 SS Pons Grenadiers. It's got the half tracks. It's got 90 SS troops. It's got, some tanks. It's got 4 Panthers, 3 Whirlwinds, It's got the 75 millimeter guns and some Panzer Shreks. Okay, this is a very powerful unit. It's showing 68. Um, let's get moving down this road, kind of here to the north. As you can see, it shows us like we could move forever, but we'll see. We may very easily run into some Americans out here. We have some good recon there, so we're going to keep going. This is Kraus. He's going to keep on going. All right. And now you can see they've got the river blocked here. So the minor river here, they've got that blocked. Now, can I get my recon force out here to the road? I can. And I think that's what I want to do next. So this is more of a recon force. You know, it's 490 Panzer Grenadiers. You've got the half tracks, but you've got a lot of more recon stuff. The Puma and whatnot. And you can just tell because the NATO slash, right? So let's get this moving here. We haven't taken any fire yet, and let's go here. I think we really, I think that was a great play of the grief card, if I don't mind patting myself on the back. Uh, this KG, I think I'm actually going to put right here for blocking purposes. Now, he's just got artillery there. I'm showing 9-1. It's a regular attack, even though it's across the river, but it's just artillery. Cancel for a second, because I want him to be in good command range. He's in 90 command power. That's not terrible. Hmm. We'll think about that for a second. We've also got more motorized troops back here, obviously, that we'll want to bring up this road, but we've really got a jailbreak here a little bit right through the kind of north of the center for now. And then we'll take the infantry of this division and just try to block the Americans from doing anything because we're really, it's all about the motorized here. Now you can see this is starting to build up a little bit as far as too much traffic through this road. So we've got to be a little careful here, but I am going to keep this one going down this road. Now it says he can only get to Maringen with 9. Oh, it's because of this. Straightforward, he can go quite a bit further, but I think I'd rather have the motorized, straight up motorized unit do that. What all do we have here? 810. Wow. Okay. Um, this infantry. Oh, I've got another KG here. Well, I think that's what we want to move is this KG and get that maybe to here. But we're not sure if anything's in this town. Yeah, we are. Nothing's there. They pulled back last turn, the Americans did. All right, let's take this KG and move him out. And I'm gonna, instead of moving him down this road, I'm gonna try to go this way. So let's go there. Let's go there. We've taken that town then. And let's stay on the main road because that won't, build up nearly as fast. You can see we put a grief team in here and a grief team in there, and it's worked out quite well for us so far. Anyway, and we've got a lot more of 12th SS that still needs to come up the road here, certainly. This recon then I will take to right here to Maringen, and it wants to go down the main road, so let's do that. We may catch intercept fire from this unit at some point. Not yet. And now we'll just vector him north. We'll put him right up here as we continue to move through. He actually has, on a range fire here, no return fire expected. You can see, oh, okay, now we know. Got a 53 and a 49 in Bulge there. Certainly wasn't expecting us to take that depot. I'm sure about that. Let's go ahead and fire here and just, there's no return fire expected. I'm just kind of curious. Okay, we're firing off 120 millimeter guns. We don't really do a whole lot. We take down his readiness by 1 point. Now we are going to want to get one more unit in here and one here if we could, but I don't think we can. Can the motorized get all the way there? Because they may take that right back. Now we've already broken his supply. That's already baked in the cake because we took that at least momentarily. He could take it back, but I think he'd have to build a new supply depot. Um, okay, let's keep moving out here. No return fire. Okay. And we'll just keep this motorized moving down the road. We'll get them out here as far as we can because we've got a lot of them. That's for certain. Here's another motorized. Now this group, I was going to say we could put him here, and if this is all we had out here was the 12th, that'd be fine, but we've got the 1st here as well, and even more. I mean, we've got a lot of units moving through this area here, certainly. Um, this motorized, let's keep him going forward. What's our stack there? 97. He's a 97, so that's fine. Light forest, fields. We're gonna take him all the way there. Um, and he's not overstacked. 188. You don't want to go over 200. We've got anti-tank back here. Now that almost certainly will get a little bit of return fire. We've got Nebelwerfers back here that we could use to start banging away on this infantry, but that's in heavy forest, so I'm not exactly sure we want to do that. We may want to just bring this infantry around. We've also obviously got more, even more. Um, Okay, let's get this guy then moving down here, motorized. And no return fire there. And he'll get out into town there, into Hunningen. Okay. Let's take the anti-tank. Well, let's stay up here, actually. We've got the tanks here. We've got the Jagdpanzers, we got the Panzer IVs, 26 of them. This is a 102 on the stack. What is this stack? 96? Okay, well, he could move right into town there. Let's not get too carried away. I want to see if we catch any return. We haven't caught any return fire, really. I want to make sure the big tanks are definitely in a town. We've got a town there, too, that we could put another group of tanks in. He can't quite get there. Heavy forest. May leave him right there as we come all the way back here to grab Evermore. Let's put him there for a moment. And then here, oh, there we go. All right, we'll put you into, well, do we want to put him where this grief team is? Maybe. He bombed our tanks last time. Now the motorized, look, you're going to have to keep the motorized out of urban areas sometimes. There's just no way you could keep them all in urban areas. But I'm trying to do it as much as I can. We've got the Stug here. Let's move him up the road as we're starting to build up points here as well. But hey, listen, I mean, you got to move. We've got anti-tank back here. We've got another tank regiment. He can't quite get here either. I wish he could. He could get to Bolingen, but the total stack there, a little high for my taste. We've got the anti-aircraft. He's going to want to go with the headquarters. I think the headquarters then, let's go ahead and put the headquarters here, maybe? What's the stack? 169. Headquarters is 89. Is that a town? No, no, no. Okay, we may actually want to move these guys forward then. I think I will. Go there and there on the main road. The Stugs, oh, he could get all the way to here. We're not double stacked there. Let's bring him all the way up there then. So there's the Stug there. And then we'll bring this motorized his, wow, 233 total. All right. Yeah, let's take these tanks and put them right here. So we got a little bit of cover anyway. Can I get the headquarters all the way up here? I can. So we'll put the headquarters there, and then we can bring the anti-air in here. Wish I could get the anti-air right there. Can I if I motorize it? Let's see. We can. Okay, perfect. So we'll put that there, and then we'll unmotorize it. Okay, and now we've got this unit. Actually, I'm going to put this out here just with the grief team there. And then we've also got more engineers. The engineers, I guess I'll just kind of put there. All right, and we've certainly broken through here on the well, I say we've broken through. I mean, we're into the rear of all of this a little bit. We've taken their minor supply source here. I love it. I love it. Okay, I mean, we've still got this whole division left. We've got the arty here. We fired this arty. This artillery, I think we want to get this moving. Um, now, I mean, this road's getting kind of chewed up, but if we put it, we can't really put it there, obviously. Where else could we go with it? Well, let's see. What is this? That's heavy forest. I could hide it there. We've also got these tank units that we haven't moved yet, or motorized units. I may put one of these in town and double stack it for this time. Let's move him around there. And then this one, he's in heavy forest. Where else could he go? You know what I'm going to do is bring this anti-air up and try to protect some of this. And so I think we can actually get out here maybe a little more aggressively. So like I can bring him here or I could put him here and then we put another anti-air here and it protects all of these tanks. I think that's what I'll do. He can't quite get to this town. Maybe I'll stack it. This anti-air protects there. Okay, I wish I could have gotten him further, but I've got another one back here, and I may even have another one. I know I've got one with this infantry or infantry division. Did I just say divisionment? Um, okay, let's put him there for a moment. But oh, there it is. It's right there with 12th. Well, I don't need it for the infantry, really. I mean, I say I don't need it, but I could set this anti-air right out here in the middle of everything, and then I think I've got everything out here protected. Or I could bring this one up to there. Let's do that. So I bring this anti-air up here. Now this is part of first SS that we haven't even moved yet. I mean, we got a lot more to go here. Um, so we bring that up there, and then I think this, because the infantry doesn't need it like the uh, motorized does, I think this one I can bring there. Now he's going to be a little bit out of command range, but now I've got nice anti-air there. I'm not overstacked, 139, 188. This will be 274, but he's in a minor city. 148 there, grief. Yeah, and I don't have, he can't really counterattack the air. I mean, I've got it out here in the middle, and it protects all of this. I like that. All right, I've got Nebelwerfers back here. I could start to get busy on this infantry. Unfortunately, they're in the heavy forest, and we're around them now. I just don't know that it's worth it. Um, we've got divisional artillery here that we could certainly fire if we wanted to. He's up on a height of 1. These guys are on a 0, so he's looking down. Well, this is a 1. That's a 0. I'm surprised we can even see him. It's in direct line of sight, obviously, right? I may save some arty here. I don't know that it really is going to pay off to shoot that. Oh, we've got 6 Panzer Nebelwerfers here. Well, we'll probably want to move those around, but I think I'm going to save that for next time. As we continue to move down the map here, we're into the Panzers, and look at that. I mean, if we zoom back a little bit, we're trying to break right here up into Rotkin. Whether that will work or not it remains to be seen. We're certainly ripe for a counterattack there. If I was playing as a human, as the Americans, I would try to counterattack probably and cause problems up here. I mean, we're probably at even strength. He maybe even outstrengths me. But what I'm hoping is it kind of seeds some panic and he's like, well, let's just drop back and protect here and we can move out a little bit to cover from them just, zipping things around here against our panzers. That's why I'm trying to pressure here. I want the panzers are going to do the real work, right? So we're out here on a major road. And we're just going to follow this thing, as far as we can. Malmedy, Spa, maybe even come up north that way. I mean, we've got more to the south, more panzers, that is. And we may take first panzer, go this way, and then we'll take the other panzer and go this way. We'll see. I mean, that'll all play itself out. There's St. Vith, obviously, and Bastogne is right back over here. Every time I look for it, I always have a problem. It's always a little bit further south than I think it is. Well, tell you what, we'll look for that next time. This has been Strategy Gaming Dojo. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully, you're enjoying this. If you are, please just like the video. I always appreciate that. That helps us with the search algorithms, and also, just lets me know you like it and the games I should be playing. So if you enjoy this, let me know. Strategy Gaming Dojo. Till next time, have a great one.